It's 3 a.m. and a leaky faucet taps the dark. Drip, drip, drip. It sounds harmless, almost soothing, until you realize the floor is slowly flooding. That's your bank account when just $4.99 a month multiplies in the shadows. Free trials, upgrades, premium tiers, the water isn't a wave, it's 1,000 drops. Keep listening, because at the end of this episode, I'll reveal the overlooked trick the top 1% use to make subscriptions pay them, not the other way around. And if you've ever felt money slipping through your fingers like water, tonight you learn how to turn off the tap. This is WealthMentorPro, where every lesson is a step closer to your freedom. The subscription trap doesn't look like danger, it looks like convenience. One more cloud, one more channel, one more productivity app that promises time and steals attention. But the real danger comes next, because when small payments hide in plain sight, the bleeding feels like comfort. Stay with me to the end. The exit is smaller than you think, and most people step over it every month. Act 1 begins with a confession your balance already made. Your wallet tells the truth about your habits. Money isn't evaporating, it's being drafted. Automatic, silent. No alarms, just a hum that never stops. Loss aversion whispers that canceling means losing access, losing status, losing entertainment. So you keep paying, just in case. Comfort is the cage. You don't notice the bars until you reach for something bigger, and your monthly dues say no. Maybe you see yourself in these scenes. The broke student, juggling study apps and music platforms that cost more than the bus pass home. The new professional who wants to save time, stacking 5 productivity tools to avoid a 10-minute plan. The parent signing up for a kid's game just for the weekend, then forgetting the renewal while groceries get pricier. The athlete chasing the finish line, wearing the newest training subscriptions instead of doing the old school work. We don't drown in deep water, we drown in shallow water that never stops. Act 2 is the journey. Picture a documentary lab where companies design habits. Free trials are doormen to your budget. Annual plans feel cheaper because they hide in big numbers. Bundles distract you with variety. The more pieces, the harder it is to judge value. Research shows our brains underweight small recurring losses and overweight immediate convenience. Translation: today's ease beats tomorrow's cost. That's why the trap is elegant. It's not an ambush, it's a lullaby. Later in this video, I'll give you a sentence that cancels most upgrades before they're born. But first, we change the map. Subscriptions thrive on speed and silence, so we slow down and get loud. Rename them. Not $11.99. Call it $143.88 a year, not only $2.49 weekly. Call it $129.48 this year, $1,294.10. Saving is like climbing a mountain. The first steps are steep because gravity wants you back. Rename gravity. Now a mini arc. The audit without shame. Pull the last 90 days. Every charge with Pro, Plus, Premium, Cloud, Music, TV, News, Fitness. Ask a ruthless question. Did this buy me time, health, or income after the first week? If not, it goes. One-liner. Subscriptions are rent you pay for habits you stopped using. Another arc, the replacement plan. For every cancel, choose a free or consolidated alternative and schedule a 30-day check-in. If your life is worse, reinstate. If it's the same or better, you just bought a raise. But here's what almost no one tells you. The subscription trap isn't only about money. It taxes focus. Every renewal is a to-do you didn't choose. 10 platforms, 10 passwords, 10 notifications, 10 tiny dents in your attention. You don't just lose dollars, you lose momentum. Systems fix that. Willpower doesn't. Mid-video reset. Close your eyes for 5 seconds. Imagine waking up on the 1st of the month and nothing drafts without your permission. Quiet. No surprise dings. No trial-ended emails. Just a bank balance that sits still and listens. Dark to light. Panic to plan. Breathe. Now we build that morning. Here's the sequence that turns off the tap. First, create friction. Remove saved cards from app stores. Turn off auto-renew wherever possible. Move all subscriptions to a single Discretionary Drafts debit account with no overdraft. When it's empty, nothing goes through. The cage door just got heavy. Next, set a renewal calendar, 1 day a month called roll call. Every subscription must justify its rent with proof. Hours used, benefit gained, or dollars earned. No proof, no renewal. Later in this video, I'll show you the small tweak to that calendar the top 1% rely on to make this automatic. We weaponize identity. Say this out loud. I'm the kind of person who trials on purpose and cancels on time. When an upgrade pops up, deploy the sentence. If I come back next month at this price, will this still save me more than it costs? Then pause. Silence is leverage. If the answer is a story, not a number, that upgrade is theater. Another mini arc. Social proof that matters. Your future self. Imagine stepping into your bank debt-free with 3 months' expenses resting quietly because the subscription tap feeds your freedom fund, not somebody's logo. Imagine your kid learning that we don't rent the same song twice as a family rule. Imagine your team seeing you run a tight ship and copying the habit. Wealth is contagious when modeled, so is waste. Now the hidden payoff I promised, the overlooked trick the top 1% use to make subscriptions serve them. They run a default no positive spread system. Translation: every subscription must be paired with a bigger, earlier, automatic freedom draft that pays them first. If a tool costs $20 a month, they set a $25 automatic transfer into their freedom fund or investments on the first of the month, and the tool drafts on the 15th. The direction of cash is decided before convenience arrives. If the tool fails its monthly roll call, it gets canceled, and the $20 stays where it belongs. They also force a quarterly auto-purge. Everything lapses unless reapproved with evidence. Interest becomes an employee, not an employer. You can do this today on a smaller scale. The habit, not the app, is the advantage. Act 3 is hope with handles. Pause lifestyle upgrades for 30 days. Build a small buffer so emergencies don't test your willpower. Consolidate ruthlessly. 1 music service, 1 fitness plan, 1 cloud. Use annual only when it saves real money on a tool you use weekly, and put the annual cost into your calendar 3 weeks before renewal, so future you decides, not the auto draft. Funnel every canceled dollar into your freedom fund and tag it Drips Reclaimed. Watch the number grow. That's not just savings. That's identity compounding. This is WealthMentorPro, and this episode is education, not financial advice. You write the story. You choose the plot twists. Remember the faucet at 3 a.m.? Hear it again, but now the valve turns, the drip stops, and the room falls into a calm you earned. Next, we're pulling the mask off free loyalty points and how reward ecosystems are engineered to keep you in the casino. So you walk in with a plan and walk out with your money. Until then, protect the pause, pay your future first, and make every draft answer to you.